All right. Episode 62 of the 580 show. We're back. What's up, boys?
What up, gangsta?
What's
What's up,
up?
guys?
Something in the water tonight. I don't know if I like it yet or not. Let's
Why don't you like it? What's wrong? Let's
no,
go, baby.
I
I'm
feel
fired up
good.
to
I feel
record.
good. Episode 62 of the 580 show. Let's go. Um, so let's start off with 580 horsepower. We're down under, I believe, 40 units left. The restock is about 4 weeks away. So we'll be completely restocked, bigger, more than before even. But so if you're looking to get your hands on pre-workout within the next month, your tub's running low, you want to try it, whatever, I would order now because we are going to PA Dutch to have a supplement booth in less than a month. So we're gonna have to dedicate some jugs of it to that. So we're gonna be pretty limited. So if you really want horsepower right now is the time to order. If you're local, you guys know the drill. You can pick it up. I'll deliver it, whatever. And if you're, not from around here, ship it out. Just go to 580barbell.com, hit the drop down arrow. Mixed berry is about, let's see, so about 8 weeks from today. So we're looking at about, what would that be? April, for middle of April, end of April, to officially have Mixed Berry live. So exciting stuff. Just trying to brainstorm what the next flavor is going to be, the next product's going to be. You guys have any recommendations for the next product?
Protein powder. When would the release be? Like close to summer?
For
Like the next flavor? If you make a third one?
I would like to ideally start taste testing a third flavor soon and do like a summary.
I'm telling you, man, the pineapple for
I
summer
know.
doesn't sound like a bad idea. And do a limited release, a summer release. That's a
Yeah,
pretty good idea. Ryback had a good one there.
dude, pineapple. Like, I think we talked about it before on the pod. Pineapple is super requested. But if you're listening and you are a consumer of pre-workout, what type of flavors do you guys like? Shoot them over to 580, the DM. Say, I was listening on the pod. I prefer this type, this type. I will never do blue raz or fruit punch. I just think those are like the most basic flavors ever.
I like pink lemonade flavored stuff.
That's
an
a good
option.
one.
That's
I
a
will-
good summer
Oh,
one.
I will say I did have a pineapple pre-workout before, and it was fairly well done, but I think we could do it a lot better. Yeah, it won't be as good.
I love pineapple. I love pineapple. So
I'm not
I'm
even a
down.
pineapple guy. I just like the flavor.
Yeah.
Like I like the flavor of like a pineapple pre-workout. It tastes good.
You like the artificial flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of how I am too.
It's
But
good.
yeah, so and then the next release of another supplement. So like amino, creatine, multivitamin, like carb powder, like what do you guys
Protein's
want
off
to
the
see?
table, right? No protein. Can't do protein.
Yeah, we can't do protein until at least 2023. So I know that's like a definitely a high requested one. We will have it eventually, but just right now, the cost to do it just does not make sense right now where we're at. So
Amino would be good. I mean, aminos are never bad. That's never a bad product. I don't know if people like it though. Like I like BCAA powder, but like some people might not. So like, is that a desirable product? Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a consumer of supplements, let us know what you got on your mind, what you would buy.
I mean, I use creatine, right? We talked about creatine before. Maybe that's not a bad move. A multivitamin's not bad. I take a multivitamin, So like, I don't know. We kind of need a little bit of feedback, I feel like, to go another direction.
For sure. I like the idea of having like a summary drop.
Yeah, but we can do that in addition to another product.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we can say, okay, horsepower, the new summer drop flavor, and then this is going to be the new product, the actual new supplement.
Yeah, after we release a third flavor of horsepower, I'll probably roll with those three flavors for a while before we get a fourth or fifth pre-workout. I think three flavors is a good stopping point for us for at least a year.
Sure.
But so I was looking through our stats today, and horsepower is officially touched down in 20 states.
Wow.
In the
There
US.
we go.
So crazy. crazy. It's like
Thank you.
over.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just insane to see. Like last week, the state chair for Mississippi for Strongman Corp. I just get an order after our episode from Mississippi. Like it's so crazy to see, So states that I didn't think we were gonna chalk off this early have been knocked off. So that's really, really cool to see. And I just appreciate everyone's support so much. If you have any questions about the pre or anything like that, if you're gonna be at PA Dutch on March 12th, we will have a ton there to buy. We'll have there to sample. So yeah, just come check it out, hang out with us, and get some horsepower.
Will we have mixed berry there to sample?
No, I might. So I was thinking about that. I might have enough for a sample.
That's what I mean.
It won't be there. It definitely won't be there to purchase yet.
Sure. Right.
But yeah, I think we might be able to do enough for some sampling of it.
I think it'd be a good idea to sample the watermelon and the mixed berry.
Yeah, 100%. Good idea. But yeah, the watermelon will be available at PA Dutch. Am I missing anything with horsepower? I think we're good right now. So. Yeah. Just thank you again for all the support. It means a lot. So,
tell a friend. Let somebody take a scoop if you got some.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're gonna like it.
Hopefully by this time next year, we're in some stores. We're able to sponsor some more events. We're able to, I really want it to be able to support a lot of stuff in Strongman, a lot of events. So even if you have a small show coming up, if you're a promoter and you're interested in us having a booth and, just a small sponsorship for the show, definitely down for that. If you're somewhere around Pittsburgh within like 5-6 hour radius, definitely down to travel to your show on a Saturday and hang out and, grow, so, show people about horsepower. So let us know. But I guess we'll just stay on the topic of PA Dutch since we're talking about it. Dante, how are you feeling for PA Dutch?
Feeling really confident. My weight's trimming off and I'm not feeling like my strength is being sapped away. So that's good. I did have a slight hiccup last Monday where I kind of like popped my hip out of place, but that's, injuries like that, I guess, happen during training, but I got lucky and I'm back to full force this week. So next week I should be 120% ready to go. So
it'll be 3 weeks from Saturday, right? 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're in the heat of prep right now.
Yeah. We got like 4 or 5 members from the gym going out.
We have a lot of people that aren't members too, like a lot of affiliates.
I lost a lot of weight too. I'm actually really impressed with how my weights fell off. So I feel like a new man. Josh says I look like a bobblehead, but I guess we'll see on the day of when I'm skin and bones.
Dante weighing in is going to be scary. He's going to look like a bobblehead. But Dante, one of the questions, I'll just go to it now, was tell us about your weight cut process and do you plan to stay middleweight?
Weight cut process, I started at 275. I started technically like a week or two after I did 580 strongest, which was December 11th. And basically I had a consultation call with Anthony Deal to go over initial, strategies and what he usually does and all that, since I wanted someone that's been there and done that. So I thought that was smart. And then Julia from the gym too, she has her master's in nutrition. So she's been helping me get some macros along the path. And my coach, Nick Hines, been there and done that too. So once we're getting the crunch time, Nick's actually peaking now for the Clash qualifier. So it's like I'm kind of following in his path in a way.
Good segue. Yeah.
So Nick actually himself cut from heavyweight to middleweight, correct?
Yeah, the OSG was his first time ever doing a 231 show. But
I'm gonna reach out to him about sponsoring, going out and having a booth at his show.
Yeah, he's down for that. He already was talking about that, and I said Josh will reach out when he's ready. But as far as staying at middleweight, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, see how you feel.
I plan on doing it. I mean, 265 isn't too bad for heavyweights now, but sure. I'm not trying to go against people who are 300 pounds cutting the 265. So
I was just gonna say, well, and it could be whenever, like, if you decide you want to do a show and don't feel like doing a cut, you can always do the 265 class now. Whereas before, you didn't really have that option, right? You'd have to go right to 300 for the most part.
Or if I just dominate the 231 so much, I get bored and need extra competition.
Here we go.
All right.
Next.
Furman Canby versus Petrella.
People aren't talking about it enough.
So next weekend we're gonna have a little bit of a special episode. We used to, if you've been listening like since the beginning, we used to mix in like live recorded episodes where we all 4 get together. It's a good time. It's fun. We just do Zoom. Obviously, it's just with everyone's schedule conflicting, it's just the most convenient for us. Next week we'll be at the Jersey Shore. I'll be attempting the American deadlift record for the 80. So all my boys are coming out, everyone on the pod. We got Furby, Frank, my beautiful fiance. I got a full crew coming out. So we're gonna, how are we gonna do it? Friday part 1 and then Saturday at the airport part 2.
I think we should do it like we did with nationals, probably.
Yeah. I like a little before and after. So
Yeah.
And we'll have a 2-part vlog too. Josh is gonna take a camera, and we're gonna have a camera and get some good content and footage out for you guys. It's been a while since we made a video, and I know you guys like the video. So
it would be. Gotta do that.
I'd feel stupid if I didn't kind of like record. We have a YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it. I want to just kind of like document the process, flying out. I'm doing a little bit of a water cut. I'm just so close to the weight already. I'm like 7-8 pounds over.
Dude, you're going for the record. You might as well. We're gonna make this the biggest episode on Strongman YouTube history.
Absolutely, I'm all for it. So yeah, we do have a YouTube 580 Barbell. If you guys want to subscribe, post a subscription on there. Pod goes on there every single week if you want to watch it. And yeah, I think after these shows and stuff, and we kind of calm down, like after Dutch, we'll try to get some more videos out. We have a good video idea we can kind of tease right now. We're going to do a NFL combine with all of us at the gym, not just us 4. We're going to take some other people, do the 40-yard dash, the code.
Put all these delusional people to the test.
What's that?
Put all these delusional people to the test.
Yeah.
I don't know who's delusional.
Everyone runs we're not going to go deep.
I wasn't naming names.
Yeah. You just assume we were talking about you. We're going to do the vertical, everything that they do at the combine that we can do there, we'll do there. And we're going to just make a little series, like a little day of it, the 580 NFL combine. So that'll be really fun. We're aiming to do that within the month after Dutch. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited for next weekend. I'm really excited.
Same.
It's gonna be weird flying out to Jersey just to do a deadlift at a strongman competition, but I'm really, really excited to try.
I'm just fired up. We don't have to get up at 7 in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that's listening to this, I'll post it to our Instagram, but there's gonna be a live stream. I think it's like $1.99 to order the live stream, or maybe like $2.99, but very cheap. I deadlift around 1:00 on Saturday.
We'll run it live on the 580 page too.
Yeah,
on the Instagram.
Yeah.
So when you're actually pulling, we'll get it live. We'll get it up.
Yeah. So one of these guys will record it live when I'm actually trying my deadlifts.
Right.
But yeah, just gonna go out and do my best. I'm really excited. It's kind of been like the most nonchalant. One of the questions was asking me how I prep for this deadlift. I truthfully haven't like peaked for it. I kind of last minute threw my hat into the ring for the last one, and a couple heavy deadlift sessions, nothing crazy. But I'm laid back. I'm excited, and it's a fun opportunity regardless. I would be, whether I break the American record or not, with it being within like 5 hours of my house and having the opportunity for the lightweight division, and even to have the opportunity to attempt the record, to be in the wheelhouse of it, I would be pissed at myself if I didn't go out and just take a shot at it. So definitely feel good.
I mean, at a certain point too, man, you've deadlifted 1,000,000 times. It's just, you're going and just deadlifting again. Yep, so give it hell and, pull the best you can pull, and whatever the result is the result. If you earn it, great. If you don't, that's fuel for the fire.
Right. 100%. I'm happy I'm going to have a crew there too. So it's insane. So one of our questions, hold on, it kind of ties into that, but it was like, talk about your training crew. I think that speaks volumes. Like, people don't see, like, they listen and they just hear us 4 talk, and we talk about the culture at the gym, but like nights like tonight, for example, it's like perfect. Just everyone's wound up, having a really good time. But at the end of the day, like, when it's time to flip the switch and support each other, we 100% do. We bust balls more than any gym in the world. I can guarantee that. But it's insane that I'm going to be like, under a month out, I decided I was going to do this deadlift, and I got like 7 people flying out to New Jersey to watch me do 3 attempts on a deadlift. Like that's all you need to hear about like our training crew and like how much we support each other and everything like that. Like,
I mean, look at nationals. They all drove all the
yeah,
way to nationals too.
just
so
for me and Dante.
I mean, I just
for
want to
two
be
schmucks.
I just want to be clear. I'm just going to hang out with my man Riley. Like I don't care about
That's
how
not
you
true.
feel.
It's a
That's
mini
true.
vacation for me.
Yeah, it's like I'm hanging out with my boy, and then you're just gonna deadlift too.
Yeah.
And even
Like a nice
if
little
we
side
didn't
thing.
have a supplement booth at like PA Dutch, we would all be there for Dante and everyone else
Absolutely.
that's competing. Like last year, Dante and I competed and everyone came out for it.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of the trendsetter.
yeah. So I mean, that's really all I have to say about the crew. Like you kind of can understand how like closely knit we are and supportive we are when I'm, have 7 people buying a plane ticket round trip to go watch me do 3 attempts on deadlift.
Maybe we should get more footage like we did that Strongman Saturday video the one time, especially on like nights like tonight to actually get people to see like the full view of it all.
Sure,
For
it's not a
sure.
bad idea. I'm gonna have to edit some stuff out.
Yeah, that's
Of
true.
course, but
Being honest,
you can subscribe to the
can't get
Patreon for the full
canceled.
video.
Also, the week before PA Dutch is the Arnold Amateurs.
Yeah,
We made our predictions, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
With the Arnold, like the pros Arnold. The amateurs, one of our questions, it wasn't even a question, but Kate Gutwald said, I just need your guys' positive vibes to survive the last bit of Arnold prep. You don't need us. You're gonna do great, but we are supporting you, and I appreciate Kate, listening and supporting us.
Kate was stressing big time about the axle, and next thing you know, she's hitting the top weight in the ladder in the medley. So, you're ready to go, Kate. You don't need us. You've prepped, you've done it, you've been there, done that. Go put the work in, rest of the way, and go put it on display.
Kate, you're a freak. You're good.
Allie's never been to the Arnold. I was gonna go, but then so I'm doing the deadlift in Jersey. Then the Arnold's the next weekend, and then PA Dutch is the weekend after that. I'm gonna talk to Allie. I think we might go out for one day together because she's never been there. So if anyone from 580 wants to go, I think we're gonna just drive out early in the morning, spend the day out there, and then come home. I want to watch my amateur guys like compete. Like I want to watch the 80 kilos because I like to see those guys compete.
Sure.
See, because since I started Strongman. That's another question we got tonight. What are your guys' long-term goals? Since I started competing in Strongman, the biggest thing I have my eyes set on is getting to Arnold and podium there. Because that was like before OSG, that's always been like the biggest thing. And it still arguably like can be. But it's just always been something that I've been like fixated on. I want to qualify for the Arnold. And I mean, now I'm hosting a show that has Arnold bids. And so I'm like jealous of my own show, but definitely want to go out there and just at least see for a day. But if you guys ever been to Arnold and you know what it's like on a Saturday, it's just
nuts, dude. If you don't got the boulder shoulders, you're in for a rough time.
Don't be in a hurry. If you're there, don't be in a hurry because you ain't getting around that building in a hurry. It's just not going to happen.
Like when we went out in college, we always went every year, and we always went in on Friday and went in on Sunday, and then Saturday was just our training day, hang out, go visit maybe West Side or Elite FTS or whatever. But like it's nuts on Saturday. I don't know, maybe post COVID it's not, maybe it's even more packed. Who knows?
All right.
So I hope I can make it out, but we'll see. I'm TBD.
See, I'd love to go too, but traveling for the Clash thing is just too. It's like, I'm trying to peak for the show, so it's like not worth traveling 2 weekends in a row.
It's just a lot.
It's different when you're in prep, man. It's different when you're in prep.
It really is.
I think since we'll be there for like a day, it shouldn't really impact me too much. I'll be there for less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
right.
that is a good part.
Might just hold some water just because of the flight, but nothing a sauna I can't fix.
Right.
But then, last topic I want to talk about before questions was Battle at the Bridge. I'm going to be working on, and I've already have an email drafted up, but I want to make some other changes to it, add some more information. If you're a competitor at Battle at the Bridge, just always check your emails as we start to get closer. Check your emails weekly, every once in a while, whenever, just because I'm going to be sending updates. I don't like to do just a Facebook group. Not everybody has Facebook. I don't like to do it's like everyone that signed up had to put an email in. So I have everyone's direct contact. So to me, it's silly not to just email everyone versus Facebook.
Right.
By all means, there's a Facebook event page. Email, text me, whatever. I've had plenty of questions as we start to get closer, even though we're not that close yet. I've had a ton of questions about implements, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just getting excited about it. I ordered the Hercules hold for it. So we're gonna have 2 Hercules holds that are identical
2 of them. That's
for the
sick.
show. One of
Is it
them
gonna
will
be head to head?
Yeah, well, like I don't know if we'll be staring at each other or you'll be side to side.
Either way,
However
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
but yeah, but a Hercules hold, like as we start to look at the logistics side, and I don't want to make it a 9-hour show. Hercules hold is definitely one that is going to take up some time. So having 2 implements for the Hercules hold, going to have 2 yokes, and pretty much 2 of every implement, besides the frame. Even though the frame, I'm trying to work on it, getting a second one now too. So, I'm just really, really excited about. There may be some small changes coming, but nothing crazy. I have to send in that email. I'll include the changes to the weight class, and Strongman Corporation changed their weight classes. So everything by March 1st, everything will be set in stone and updated, and there won't be any more weight changes as far as the matrix. I don't want to change it past March. So everyone, because I know people really start to train for it, and I don't want to. I promise you, though, it's not going to be one of those things where you show up for a show and the weight changes the day of. It's not going to be. We have a lot of people that are focused on it, working hard. Riley, one of the questions was, hold on, let me find it. And thank you to everyone that sends in questions for this. It's crazy. We get so many good questions today. What's Riley's goal for Bow at the Bridge? And Josh, what are your goals for Riley?
Do you want to start?
Nope. You start.
I want you to say your goals first.
I mean, I think my goal is to, first of all, not zero anything, because I zeroed a few things at goal and I don't. That was probably like the worst feeling ever. Just like actually working hard for something and like it just not turning out the way you want it to. So first goal is to not zero anything. Second goal is going to get back on the podium.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
you have a lot of people in your class too. Those are definitely good goals. I was gonna say don't zero Riley.
Yeah. Do you know what the class size is at now? I haven't checked in a while.
It was pretty big last time I checked.
There's been some people that didn't email whether they're gonna be in lightweight, novice, or heavyweight. So yeah. There's an error on the Iron Podium page right now because the weight class has changed. So right now, like some novice guys are showing up under a women's class, but once March comes and it's all sorted out, it'll all be clear. So if you're showing in a weird class, don't panic. You can always email me too, and I'll get you changed over right away. There is I think we talked about it before, but there's a pretty big wait list. So if you are interested, there's going to be dropouts, but just email me. 580barbell@gmail.com. It's listed on the Iron Podium page, and just say your name, what open class you're competing in, and just say, I want to be added to the wait list. There's still a pretty good chance you'll get added in. There's going to be a lot of dropouts as we get closer, but please do it soon if you actually do intend to compete. But my goals for Riley, obviously don't zero. I've been there at nationals and I zeroed. It sucks. I know, Riley, like you work so hard, you went to goal and you didn't perform to like anywhere near, because I train with you every day for the last God knows how long. So like I know what you're capable of. I think like you learned a lot at goal. I think just stay cool and have fun, and I think you'll do great. Like honestly, your first 2 competitions you've done. Wait, so you did the Pig Iron Classic and then goal was your second, right?
Yeah, for one sanctioned show.
Yeah. So, like at Pig Iron Classic, you probably should have won the Husafel and you made like a stupid mistake. You tried something new you haven't tried in training, and then you went and did it. It also doesn't help. Like those 2 shows Riley's done, I was promoting the one. So I can't coach Riley like I coach him in the gym, because like we train together. We're training partners. And then the second one I was also competing in, and it was 4 lanes. So I can't like go over to Riley. I try my best, but I can't go over and like coach him. But I think he's experienced enough now. He's made the mistakes. I just want him to do his best and not zero. And I think he will, honestly. Like I think he's gonna do great. And I want there's another goal. This to be your last novice show. First sanctioned
That's
one.
good.
So, I mean, this will be your second sanctioned show. And I think this will be your last time in novice. That's my prediction. So
I see,
those are
I
my
see
goals.
Riley in training now, and he's turning it up to a whole
Yeah,
nother
Riley
level,
has he's flipped the switch. Everything's
When
moving.
you were talking
Riley
about
broke
long
that deadlift
term
plan.
goals earlier, I was gonna say something about going to open eventually. I didn't know if it was gonna be my next show or what, but because
I
I
think
don't
it
really
will
have a
be.
next show in mind right now. But
Yeah. Little teaser. There will be a show in the winter. We'll be hosting another show in the winter too. So we're gonna have summer big show. Yeah, summer big show. Winter we'll have 50 people. I'm working on a final name and stuff right now, but probably we'll announce that probably the day after Bridge, honestly.
that'd be sick.
Week after Bridge.
Cool.
Local show, 50 people, probably at Cuzzy Kurt's CrossFit gym. Wide open, high ceilings, good, a ton of parking. Nice
you know
venue.
the guy.
We know the guy. So probably December. I think I have a date already, but 2 Saturdays before Christmas, probably. There'll be a show.
So like when we had 580 strongest.
Yeah. It'll be when we had that. But yeah, we'll have 2 shows every year now, and just keep it rolling from there. Let's go into some questions, boys, unless you guys have anything else. I think we touched on everything we need to in our worlds.
Let's do questions, man.
Oh, also merch drop. Hopefully, maybe announce it before Dutch. The springtime, like have everything out in March, like shipped out. Got to get working on that, but I've had a lot of requests about apparel recently, a lot, and we don't have any shirts available. So if we're going to give like a 14-day window again, we learned a lot. I learned a lot from our first merch drop. Basically everything that could have went wrong. But the second one, hopefully fine tune it a little bit and get everyone their merch. If you're interested in it, that's going to be your time to buy merch until the summer. So
And be ready to pay when you order.
Yeah.
Be ready to pay when you order.
Yeah, things do actually cost money. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Right.
What character from a cartoon would closely resemble a strongman competitor? What's the dude Larry from SpongeBob?
He's a bodybuilder, bro.
Lobster.
Oh, he looks like
the
a
lifeguard.
freak. Yeah,
Larry the lobster.
Yeah, but he could put up weight.
Yeah, he could, yeah.
SpongeBob got those inflatable arms. I don't know. I'm Dante. You answer. You are an anime geek.
Anime isn't cartoon, Josh.
What do you mean?
That's the stupidest thing.
We're not getting into this, but
it is. It is cartoon.
About the Juggernaut dude. Remember the Juggernaut dude that always runs through? I'm the Juggernaut.
That was live action from the X-Men.
No, there's a cartoon.
Yeah, you're right. There was a cartoon version of him.
There is. Cartoon.
Who else cartoons? Dude, Sandy Cheeks. Sandy Cheeks would light up. She would light up the lightweight strongman world.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo's good.
I was thinking about him too. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
All Riley can think about is Shooter right now. He's having flashbacks.
I was scrolling through my guide earlier. It was on. I thought about watching instead of doing that. So
I don't know. I'm not a big cartoon guy. Thoughts on split jerk with the log. So
that's all you.
Well, I think the split jerk, like in general, log, axle. I mean, when you're talking about strongman, it's gonna be log or axle. That's what you're gonna split.
Right.
I think it's like the new cool thing, and I do think if it's done right, like it's way more effective. But I don't think people try a split jerk for like 2 weeks, and I'm guilty of it. And then they're like, yeah, that didn't work for me. Well, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty complex movement to learn in 2 weeks. So like
You're
and
not.
Riley sees how much time we've been putting in on like this on the split jerk, footwork, stuff like that. It takes a long time. I'm starting to feel so comfortable doing it now. It's finally getting ingrained with me, and I know I still have a far way to go, but I think it's great.
You got to do it long enough where you just do it, because like
Yeah.
when you start doing it, I feel like you're just gonna second guess yourself all the time, and it's just gonna ruin you.
But I feel like there is a big difference in splitting a log versus an axle.
Mhm.
That's true.
Right? Like
An
like
axle's a lot.
the
I mean,
center of
the
gravity.
log's a lot harder.
I kind
Yeah,
of
the
I
center
kind
of
of picked it up
gravity-
pretty naturally though. I'm not gonna lie.
What, your
Yeah.
baby split?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect form. Probably this is a good it's not really, I guess it's a question. It says it's more of a command, but it's a talk about how big Frawley's head is. Ben do you know Ben Venuti? I'm assuming you know him.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I went to high school with him.
Frawley's got a pretty big head. Dante's got probably has the second biggest head on the podcast.
I was gonna say I knew Josh would go straight to
My head's
Dante.
big. My head's big this way.
Dante's
My head's, like,
head
long.
looks unnaturally big.
I think the beard makes it look longer.
My head?
Frawley's beard looks elite right now. Like it seriously
Does.
looks elite.
I'm
Yeesh.
jealous.
That's all natural, baby. Give sweat.
I can't
Living
really
it up.
talk about the next question because it'll be biased because I'm the promoter, but it said Battle of the Bridge predictions. My predictions are it's gonna be the best ran show possible. It's gonna be awesome. That's my prediction. Will you guys have any more predictions? Riley's first podium. Anything else? I don't really have anything right now.
I just think it's gonna shock the world. I know it's gonna shock the world.
I think people will be pleasantly surprised.
I think
I'm looking forward. I know my class is going to be stacked, especially with 300 and super heavies combining. So my class is going to be very, very competitive, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm like, my goal as a promoter, as I continue to grow and learn and everything, is I want people to come to my shows and know what they're getting. Like, I want them to know that they're not going to come to my show and like the day of we're going to like change a weight, or the day of we're not going to change an implement, or the day of we're not going to change a roll. Like that's like when I go over something in rolls meeting, like, or it's posted on the page, like that's how it's going to be. And I want people to know that because I get like frustrated whether I've done shows or I've went to one of your guys' shows or we've all seen it. Like I swear my last like
Every time.
Yeah, my last like 5 shows, something significant has been changed. Like significant. And you guys know, and I'm sure a lot of people listening know, you put whether it's a hobby, like we know it's a hobby, we get it, but like it's more than a hobby in our brains. Like we go to the gym 4 nights a week.
You work hard.
Yeah, you put so much work into this, and like people peak for it. We have over a handful of people that are flying to Battle at the Bridge. Okay, so someone flies from Florida to compete at Battle at the Bridge, and they've been training a yoke at their weight the whole time. And then I'm like, hey guys, actually, we're not going to do a yoke today. We're going to do a Conan's wheel. Like, is that person going to do my show anymore? Are they going to come back for Battle at the Bridge too? I wouldn't. I'd be wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not going to travel. But prediction wise, as far as the show, like I want to make it feel like a big show for everyone. Like I want people to have from novice. Look, I went to bat. I'm genuinely not patting myself on the back, but when I got asked to do this as a regional show, we were supposed to cut all the novices because regionals aren't supposed to have novices. And I said, well, I've already made a commitment to have these novices classes. I'll add more and I'll take that blow. But I want the first timer to the person that's done 20 shows. I want it to feel like a unique experience and the biggest atmosphere that they've been in. Like I want it to be a big day feel from everything you guys are going to get, from when you check in to awards and everything in between, the boosts, everything. So that's my goal, is to make it the best thing possible for you guys. I promise a day doesn't go by that I'm not brainstorming something for Battle of the Bridge. I promise.
Appreciate you going to bat for me.
Yeah, no problem. I got you. Oh boy. I didn't want this question to come up tonight. Came up from the gym.
Come on.
We're going to touch on it quickly. If you've listened to the podcast from day one, you've heard our dinosaur argument.
Oh God.
Now, if you haven't, at the beginning of the podcast, we were all over the place. I wouldn't change it for the world, but we used to talk about a lot more silly stuff, and I still enjoy our silly talks. But
Agreed.
I made the comment once that I don't think dinosaurs are real. And when I say I don't think dinosaurs are real, let me just, Riley, I talk, you talk, Riley. I talk, you talk. All right? It's the only way we're going to accomplish anything.
Just mute him.
No, don't mute him. But so when I said I don't think dinosaurs ever existed, maybe I misspoke. But what I mean is I don't think they were ever existed in the sense of like Jurassic Park and like how we depict dinosaurs to be. Okay, that's what I meant. I'm sure there was living crap. I'm sure there was stuff that was there that was living.
You mean you got caught in your bullshit?
I don't think there were dinosaurs, all these little dinosaurs. And all I said was the museum industry and the dinosaur industry is like $1 bazillion industry now. Little baby Riley got
big dinosaur
backpack,
that's what they call
peanut butter and jelly, and he went to the science museum every year with mommy, and he got told this is dinosaurs. So that's what I meant. Okay, Riley, now you go.
I've always heard of big dinosaur industry, like big pharma. Like there's a huge conspiracy around museums. Like, what are you even talking about?
You're full of shit, Josh.
Big dinosaurs always been out to get you.
No, that's how I think. Okay. I think Jurassic Park's made billies. I think museums where, like I said, Riley got his little PB&J and his banana packed, and he goes, "Oh, look at this dinosaur bone." I don't think it's, maybe it was.
Do you think all those scientists are just lying about it?
No, I think it's fabricated.
So that means they're lying.
What?
I think they're telling white lies.
So every species of animal that's extinct that we've never actually seen in person, you think that's all also a lie?
No, I think it's fabricated. I think some might be real.
You're saying fabricated.
If
like
we
it
go back,
mean lie.
I talk, you talk. I talk, you talk. If we go back to episode like 10-ish, the first 10 episodes, Riley told me that a pterodactyl evolved into a pigeon and a chicken. I posed the question. Okay, Riley. Riley said, "Oh, well, evolution happens." I said, "Okay, what did a pterodactyl evolve into?" He said, "I don't know, a pigeon or a chicken." That's not evolution, you turd. Now you go ahead.
Okay, but just because evolution happens doesn't mean every single dinosaur that existed evolved into something else.
Sure, but where did they all go?
They're fossils. They found them in the ground.
So every dinosaur died?
Listen, there was a mass extinction. Only the small mammals and small things existed, and the things in the water. Mm-hmm. So over time, those things came out of the burrows and evolved into things today.
That's fine. I'm happy that you guys believe whatever you believe in. I know you guys respect my beliefs. I respect you guys. Let's move on.
Respect shit.
Big dinosaur, man. Watch out,
guys. Here's a question. If you guys feel comfortable answering, what do you guys do for a living?
Probably.
Outside sales rep, I sell industrial controls. I go around to manufacturing sites and I sell the controls that run their automation lines. That's what I do.
I tell people to wear a hard hat. I'm a safety guy.
I sell wound care supplies to medical patients.
If you've ever seen the movie The Accountant, that's me.
Yeah, Riley's a dorky accountant that can't count. He's the worst accountant ever. Can't do math.
I like to think I deadlift.
Don't tell my boss that.
No, yeah, that's it.
Frawley's Grip Mountain code isn't paying the bills yet.
Frawley 15. Go get some Grip Mountain. Shameless drop.
Yeah, that too.
I kind of talked about this one. How's my prep been for the record poll, and what's my goal after? Like I said, there hasn't been like a huge prep, but like Frawley said, I've deadlifted the last 10 years. Like I know how to deadlift. I'm either gonna deadlift it or not. Like I'm not gonna put. That's one topic I kind of want to talk about real quick tonight. Was like Frawley's kind of hammered this home to me, and Riley said it to me a couple times too. Like just go and have fun.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I was talking to a fellow kid in my class today on the phone. And he had a contest this last weekend and didn't do as good as he thought. And he's like, I was like, but he's like, but I had fun and I hit PRs and everything like that. Like, and I was telling him, like, I was so wound tight. I'm usually loose, like I'm loose as a competitor. Like when I played baseball, I mean, I was with my best friends. So like we just always had fun. And when I competed in strongman, when I started, I like always had fun. And I just went and talked to people. And it's like when it's time they call your name to do one of those 5 events or 6 events, however many it is, like I can flip a switch as a competitor. But for nationals, for some reason, I was just wound tight. And like I wasn't like having as much fun because I put like way too high of an expectation on myself. And not to have like that like happy to be here mentality, but it was my first nationals and I shouldn't have done that to myself. And then like 2 weeks later, I signed up for Ohio's strongest school and I just had a good time. Like it was all my people there, my family, and I had the best contest I've ever put together, like across the board. The conditions were worse than nationals. We were in a warehouse that was 30 degrees in the morning in Youngstown, Ohio. And I did my best set of 500 deadlifts I've ever done. My best sandbag to shoulder, my bet, like, and I realized it was because like I was just having a good time. So like,
Yeah, man.
so like that's
You get
the approach
fumbles,
yeah, that's the approach I'm going into
not you,
Jersey.
yeah,
Like I know how to deadlift. I'm
right.
not gonna forget how to deadlift. I'm gonna go to Jersey. I'm gonna have my crew there, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna try to deadlift the heaviest deadlift I can do. Like shit.
You're
Right.
And
going
then
to.
after that,
Fuck it, just pull something.
right. We're doing live. Like
and then the thing is after that, you know, we're still gonna go eat food, whether you do it or
yeah,
not.
right. Like
You
right.
either do it or you don't.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
everybody gets so tense and like so tight, man. Just like
Yeah.
relax. Like we do this for fun. We love going to the gym. Like we love hanging out with our training partners, man.
Right.
Like you do all the hard shit during training. When you're doing a competition, like just go, man. This is where you get to shine. This is where you get to have fun.
Right.
Like go do it. You know.
100%.
I mean, you gotta be prepared. Like you gotta be able to flip the switch, like you said. But like, you know, this is the fun part. This is the good part.
There's nothing like people asking me. There's nothing really I can do now. I mean, I'm breaking in a suit. I mean,
Right.
that's what I'm getting used to. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna deadlift the heaviest thing I can deadlift. I mean, if I get the record, that's great. If I don't, I don't. But I plan to break the record. I'm not
Right.
going if I didn't think I was capable of it. And then
Right.
after, the question is a second 2-part question. What's the prep after? Honestly, I'll be invited as long as I do what I know I can do, I'll be invited to deadlift live on ESPN. I don't want to miss that. So I'll go for another heavy deadlift since I mean, when the hell am I ever gonna have another chance to be on ESPN live? Like that's crazy. I'm not gonna not go to that, but that's just gonna be that's not gonna be anything crazy. Like I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'll be going to Hilton Head just to deadlift. So that's it.
Right.
But my biggest thing after is just getting ready for nationals. That's all I want to do. I may do a tune-up show just to go. I love competing. I do love competing. So go do a tune-up show. If there's something local, I can do a practice water cut anyway. But my biggest goal this year is to get my Arnold invite from nationals. And I know I'm capable of it. I know I am. So a big confidence boost was doing the Clash on the Coast. I know it was just 3 events, but I ended up 15th overall. And I know that like showed myself, and it's like sounds cheesy, but I showed myself a lot, like what I can do. So just
Damn right.
nationals. But yeah.
It's not like you haven't been deadlifting at all for that. You just weren't doing a specific program to peak.
Mhm.
Sure.
Right. And the only thing different is a suit. And
Right.
like I've been in a suit 3 times now, and every time I get in, I'm more and more
I was gonna
comfortable.
say you can tell a huge difference from this last time from the
Yeah.
first time you put it on.
And I got my cup today in the mail, so I'll have a cup for
That's
Saturday.
big.
You mean
That's
you don't have one from Little League still that fits?
Not that fits now.
Come on, man.
Oh boy. This one's for Frawley. How does your background in athletics shape your training and your strongman desire?
That's what my athletics is what got me into strength training in the first place, because I went to school. I was a shot put and discus thrower. And the implements were heavier in college than they are in high school. So that's kind of what motivated me to get started was, I knew that since the implements were a little bit heavier, the weight training was probably going to be necessary. In high school, I didn't do much weight. I didn't do like any weight training, to be honest. Very, very limited. And I think that probably hindered me in high school. And then when I got to college, I wanted to be a little bit more serious about it. So that motivated me to get started with weight training. And I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it, almost as much as I did throwing shot put, which is what I like was my whole intent. It definitely helped my performance, but that's what like gave me the bug. And that's also what like I have a lot of background in because of it. So like I know a fair amount about power cleans, which a lot of people don't, because a power clean isn't something you normally do. But I did them for years when I was in college, you know. I did the base, the three big ones, right? Squat, bench, and deadlift. But I did a lot of power cleans. I actually learned a lot through that training because I was a newbie. So I did a lot of reading because I wanted to, how can I help my performance in track and field? And that's where I gained a lot of like nutritional information, a lot of programming information. It was just general curiosity that was sparked by my athletics. So, and then I just kind of continued after I was done with athletics. I was like, well, I need something to do, right? Like I can't just not be competitive. I'd go crazy. So, I started powerlifting competitively, and a lot of them were just local shows to begin with. Like they weren't sanctioned or anything, but then I decided I wanted to take that a little bit further, and then it just kind of went from there. And here I am 10 years later. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
One last question. Well, we had a question that so I told a story today on the phone, and like you get talking to people about like strength training, like Frawley kind of just reminded me of it. Like he said, he's been doing it for so long. I remembered like a crazy cool story today when I was on the phone with someone just talking about all this stuff. And like people asked me about like my programming has like a huge influence from Louis Simmons. That's who I like was introduced to. My first training partners were like huge into conjugate and Louis and introduced me to him. I had this story come out today. And I don't know if I've ever told this story on the pod, but it's like the coolest thing ever. And it like really, so we started a powerlifting club in college where I went to school. And we sent a message to Louis. Like we just straight up called Louis and we were like, hey Louis, we started this club, just some powerlifters. You have any advice? And literally like a week later, a box shows up to the house, like a huge box. It had every single book Louis ever wrote. And the squat, bench, deadlift manuals that he wrote, he sent about 10 copies of each. And he sent powerlifting belts from Westside. And he sent some like I think some like maybe like Muscle Farm supplements or something when they were sponsored by them. Just like a huge goodie bag for like the entire club to have. And it just said stay strong and then dash Lou. Set all that for free. And it kind of just reminded me like what I want to like grow horsepower, not just horsepower, like 580 the brand. Like in the next like 5 years, if I have a long-term goal, is like to be able to give back to people like that. And just like obviously I want to do it for a living, like make it a full-time job, but to be able to like be in that spot where I can like support strongmen coming up and stuff like that, like that's just crazy. Like you forget about stories like that.
Sure.
And like that's why like people like Louis, for whatever reason, like he's either loved or hated on the internet. But like I'll never say a bad thing about Louis because I've went to Westside and I've talked to Louis in person. Like I've put the time in, I've read all his books, but I've went and talked to him and like he busted my balls when I met him, but like so nice and so willing to help you. And like dude, he sent probably like realistically like retail value over $1,000 to a college club, like for no reason other than just because we said like hi to him and reached
because
out.
the guy loves strength training,
Yeah.
man. He loves strength training and he wants people to enjoy strength training the way that he does. And that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
I don't think people like people that are like learning about programming, like that NASM shit, that's all good, like to have like credentials by your name, but like go like get some iron credit too. Like don't be the dork that's like quote, like not to knock that stuff. That's good, like to have certifications and put your
Sure.
time in,
Yep.
but like
Absolutely.
put your time in. Go talk to people that have been doing it for literally 50 plus years and have seen it all. That's the way you're going to learn. Like read books that if you talk shit on conjugate training, read some conjugate books. Have a reason to talk shit on.
Yeah.
And like vice versa. Like I've read recently books like that are programming like that I don't do. And I've picked up stuff on that. Like you need to like, if you just read the stuff that you agree with,
Right.
you're only gonna like get that bias. You're gonna get so narrow lane. You're gonna get one lane.
Confirmation bias.
Yeah, 100%.
Your own beliefs, man. Like I was somebody who I don't want to say I didn't follow West Side at all. I mean, I've never programmed conjugate ever, but strictly max effort, dynamic effort. I've never done that. But a lot of the stuff that I do, I look back at the conjugate system and I'm like, man, I've kind of always done that stuff. So like you probably have conjugate principles built into your programming and you don't even realize it and you're bad mouthing conjugate. So like, and I think the biggest misconception, not to take this into a tangent, but or way out in left field, but people say that conjugate's not for raw. The whole principle of conjugate was based on weightlifting.
Yep.
Weightlifting is not done with equipment. So please understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I wanted to get that out.
You're good. I remember being like the smart ass, like 22-year-old I was on the bench. I think I told you guys this one, but I was on the bench and I hit the best ever triple I ever hit in my life on bench. And Louis was like kind of watching, but like kind of not. And I said, "What do you think about that, Louis?" And he goes, "You're not strong enough to get on my women's board." And I was like, that's my one cool like story about like my interactions with him. But it was really funny. But he's
you still aren't.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not. But if you go out there and you want to like visit those gyms, they'll open their doors to you. So I really encourage.
I was gonna say earlier too, that shit talking probably made you like him more.
Oh, I loved it. It's our style. But yeah, that's all I have for this week. I think that was a great episode. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We'll be live next week. Hopefully hitting a big deadlift. Hopefully have some good news for you guys. We'll be traveling, probably do a live episode for PA Dutch too, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, just pumping out, hopefully in the next couple weeks, pumping out some content for the YouTube, my deadlift, PA Dutch, some stuff like that, the NFL Combine. And yeah, if you guys could go hit the subscribe button on 580 Barbells YouTube. If you guys could, if you're interested in pre-workout, go ahead to 580 Barbell. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Dinosaurs are real.